right, we're here today with YouTube sensation, legend of winning. A lot of you guys know he's been renowned for, his sports commentary. Even more recently, and we're going to talk about it today, some of the Manosphere and Red Pill content that he's been speaking on, which, again, has been controversial to some, not to me. I mean, I like the common sense approach, but, we're just going to start with the basics, man. I like to start with the basics, especially when we're talking about people. I first came across your content with regards to sports.
No,
But I think the question that a lot of people don't know, or a lot of people wanted to ask, was how did you get here? How did you get into the sports sector as far as creating sports content, and how did you know that this was the lane you wanted to be in?
Well, the first piece of content I actually was producing was actually not sports. It was hip hop. Like back in the day before DJ Academics blew up, like that was the first piece of content that I was producing. I pivoted to sports just because I knew it was something that I felt confident in and comfortable in talking about pretty frequently. I was working at Walmart and I used to just spend hours talking about basketball like over and over and over again. So I was like, I might as well, record this and upload it to the masses. So it was just something that I felt way more comfortable speaking about. Even at the time, like the lane in which it's at right now wasn't there. It was still something I just felt comfortable and confident talking about. So that's the biggest reason why I went in that direction.
Now, when we talk about just sports, we're gonna take it back even before then. Let's go back. We're gonna go all the way back. We want to go we want to go back to 10-year-old low, 10-year-old legend of winning, man.
All right.
Because these are the things, because it's crazy how I think back some of the things that I was really thinking about when I was 10 that seemed unrealistic when I was maybe 18, then I find myself doing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how things kind of always come back. Is there anything when you look back on your youth, man, as a young low, did you hoop? Were you a hooper? What are some of the things that kind of intrinsically got you invested and involved in the sports as you see it now?
Well, playing sports, the sport, ironic, I say this and people don't believe me because how big I am, but I played soccer by far the most sports, like the most amount, especially when I was like young, between the age of like 7 and 10, 6 to 10. Like I was playing sports like almost year round. I mean, I was playing soccer almost year round. I went on from soccer and then like just casually playing, football, basketball, when at school, after school, stuff like that. Then when I was like, around 13, 14, I played football recreationally. So I was in a rec league on the south side of Atlanta, played football. Then I played football for my school in my freshman year. And then right after that is actually the first time I've ever played basketball like at an establishment level, not just like playing pickup with somebody, you know what I'm saying? So I played basketball for basically just one season when I was in the 10th grade. And that right there actually got me hooked onto it because in the other sports, I always felt as if like, when I was a defender or goalie in soccer, I kind of felt like I was bound to like one or two responsibilities and it was very, very constricting. And the same thing goes with like football. When I was on the O or defensive line or on the defensive end, I only had like a few responsibilities. And to be fair, that's why I think those team sports work the way that they do, because everybody has a very unique responsibility and you have to uphold that responsibility. Basketball, though, it was like the first time I felt like I could almost do anything. Like I even though I was like I played small forward, power forward, it wasn't as if like the only thing I was supposed to do was rebound. Or it wasn't the only thing I was supposed to do was pass, or the only thing I was supposed to do was defend. Like all of those things were supposed to be ingrained in the responsibility I had. So constantly I felt involved regardless of what was going on. And that's what really gravitated me towards basketball. And then ironically enough, this is all around the same time. Kobe and Kobe and the Lakers were in the finals in 2009. And Kobe was kind of describing to Pau Gasol how to run a pick and roll. And at the time, I didn't comprehend like what he was saying, but we was just so happened to be playing basketball on a Sunday and coming down, and we had like this dude who was very, very talented on our team. He was a ball handler, and my coach was telling me, like, yo, set the screen to get him open. So I set the screen and I roll hard. He dumped it off to me. I laid it up, game winning shot, fouled me, get to the free throw line, make the free throws, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But that was like the biggest moment of the entire season for me because I basically won the game, a game winning shot off of that. And then it hit for me, especially when my coach sat me down and explained to me, when you set the screen and you roll like that, it forces the defense to play a certain type of way. And then when he was explaining to me, it was like, bro, that's the same thing Kobe was saying. And so then it went even further where I was like, bro, even when I'm setting a screen, I'm still involved in the play, even though the ball isn't touching my hand. So all of those things got me even more invested into the game of basketball and started to understand the technicalities about it, to where like even to setting a screen a certain type of way and running off and rolling off of the screen are all pivotal aspects of how a play should be ran. So that's what really, really got me into basketball, because I felt like it was much more detailed than I think a lot of people realized.